I know this video is longer than the most deck profiles, but I think you have to pay attention when you want to learn the decks. It's for every deck profile, not only for this, but when you learn really, when you really want to learn how to play decks, you have to watch not only the deck profile and copy the list. I think in the most cases this is not very impactful to copy only list and skip through the deck profile. You will need some interactions, and yeah, that's all I want to say, and have fun with the deck profile. Hey, and welcome back to the channel. Today I would like to show you my current Purrely Kashtira list. Since I topped YCS Lille with this deck, I always try to make this deck playable. In the most cases I play pure Purrely, of course, but sometimes the Kashtira version could be better, could be a better meta call, and it makes a lot of fun. I think it makes more fun than the pure version, and I think right now this version is not too bad, and maybe I'm not sure, maybe it's better than pure Purrely. But yeah, I will give you an in-depth deck profile, try to explain everything, some interactions, maybe combos, your end board, everything everything I could think of what I can show you. But yeah, let's start with the deck profile. In the main deck we start with the Purrely engine, and in this version currently I play 3 Purrely. YCS Lille I played 2 Purrelys, but I think 3 is a lot of better. In the most cases you need the third copy for your combo, because you extend a lot of with this deck. But you play only 2 lilies. I think you have to. This is kinda brick in hand. You don't want to draw the lily because then lily isn't protected by the field spell, because the field spell protects only special summon Purrely, and when you normal summon lily, your opponent could imperm Veiler this card, and this is very crucial when lily gets impermed. Of course, 3 streets. 3 my friend, you have to play all the Purrely cards. The starters with 2 delicious memory and 2 slippy memory. Then we have 3 pretty memory. This effect to attach something is very important, and you have some interactions in this deck, in this version with this card, but I show you it later. Then of course 3 happy memory. Kinda nice that you can protect something like birth by card effect. So in some matchups is birth really nice and you want to protect this card. So yeah, happy memory is always nice. And then 1 trip, 1 yeep, this is enough. Yeah, but let's continue with the Kashtira engine. The reason to play the deck, I think, or this version, is Kashtira Fenrir. Kashtira Fenrir is right now very good. Going first in every matchup except right now Mitsurugi. This card is amazing. Against Yami, against Dracotail, against Malice, this card is always nice. It can search itself, so you can discard the next copy you searched. Even going second sometimes, Fenrir is very good. And to have another monster with the deck means some consistency for the Purrely engine, because when you have only delicious memory, you need a monster on the field to activate this card. and the Kashtira cards help you a lot of by this problem. So, or sometimes you have only happy memory and you need a card on the field to activate this card. In the most cases, you can set something, but sometimes it's hard to set a card to activate this card. Yeah, but other monsters, the Kashtira monsters, is kinda consistency because your delicious memory is always alive. Then I play only 2 unicorn. I have only space for 2 unicorn, and I think it's fine. It's perfectly with the side deck patterns when you play only 2. And going first, it's not that important that you should play 3. So I think 2 is fine. Then 1 birth. I don't play Theosis right now because Theosis could be on break. When you play Theosis, okay, you could play Theosis, but or when you play Theosis, you can summon Unicorn and Fenrir with only access of Unicorn, and in this version you have to draw Fenrir to get both, to get access to both of these monsters. But in this version, sometimes you don't get the Fenrir, and that is fine because you have another endboard piece. I will show you it later. But yeah, I think 3 Unicorn is fine. Unicorn is very good against a lot of decks going first. Yummy plays only 1-offs in the extra deck. For the Yummy synchros, you can rip the Link monster. This is very good. So when you start, Unicorn is very good. When I go second, you could side out these 3 and only kept the Fenrir in the deck. But the side deck patterns we will do later. Then I play 1 Race Off. I have only space for 1 Race Off, but it's completely fine to play only 1 because we play these 2 cards. Set Rotation is the most broken deck, the most broken card in this deck because you have access to both field spells, Purrely or Race Off. And you can decide which one you want to get. With Terraframing also you can add Rise Off or the Purrely field spell. And sometimes when your opponent don't when they misplayed a little bit and you activate Set Rotation, they have to chain the Chummies from the hand. And when he chains Chummies, you are kind of prepared for this. When they miss to activate the Chummies, you are free to go because he has a field spell on the field and cannot activate this. Shuts down also something like Impermanence or even evenly matched. What you can do also with this card is when you take something like Race Off and you give your opponent the street, you can summon Happiness from an extra deck, activate an quick spell, chain Happiness, and then bounce the opponent's field spell to hand. So you have in this case both field spells with Set Rotation. You activate your Race Offs, play Kashtira, and then Happiness, bounce the street, and then you have street in hand. And the other nice interaction with Set Rotation is Pretty Memory, because of course your opponent has first turn a card on field, so you can use the attach effect, so you can make Noir more consistent in the first turn. So I think Set Rotation is needed in this version, and it's kinda the best card in the deck. Of course, we need some going second cards. We don't start every game, and I have space for 6 going second cards, but I think it's fine because you have the Kashtira engine. Kashtiras are not too bad going second. It forces some interactions, and the 6th going second card I decided to play is of course 3 Fuvalos, because this card is very generic. You can drop it against every matchup. You have to play this card. This is of course very good. And the other card is 3 Dark Ruler. Dark Ruler is insane in this format because you can shut down an yummy board, and they only have the quick spell left, so Dark Ruler helps a lot to break in board. Against Vanquished Soul, they had a lot of interruptions first turn on the field, so it's not too bad against Vanquished Soul to drop it in your turn. So yeah, I think Dark Ruler and Fuvalos are the best going second cards right now, the best generic going second cards you could play in this deck. When you play against Malice right now, because we don't get a banlist yet, Dark Ruler is not that good, but not many people play Malice right now, and this card is very good against all other decks, so I think you have to play this card. And then I have 3 spots left, and these 3 last spots are for broken one-offs. And of course it's always talent, it's always call by, these are broken, you have to play this. And Monster Reborn. Monster Reborn is insane in this deck because it's consistency for going first. Sometimes you normal and Purrely, link it away, or try at first Excavate free, link it away for Anima, activate Monster Reborn, then you can Excavate again, and the chances are really high that you can play after this because you dig for 6 cards. And the good thing about this card is in the grind game you have access to both engines. You can return of course your Purrelys, your Lilies, or you can return the Kashtira engine. So I think it's really broken to have that you can decide between both engines. So yeah, I think Monster Reborn is very good in this version of the deck. Let's go to the Exa deck. We play the full Purrely Exa deck with 2 Purrely Noir, your starters with 2 Plump and 1 Noir. You can make Noir very consistent in this version with Plump because you play a lot of spells in your deck, and so you can always attach 2 spell traps from the graveyard to summon your Noir. Then 2 Beauty and the OTK machine, 2 Happiness. This is the most broken monster of all in the Purrely deck, but yeah, I think you know it already. Then in this version you go a lot of times first turn into Princess Bride because you play so many spells. The chances to hit with this card are very high because when you summon this you go through some Purrelys and or you have in the most cases only a few monsters left in the deck, so Princess Bride, very good. Then 1 Zeus. Zeus is right now not that bad, and you have space for it, so play this. This is very good. You can bridge from the Purrely engine into Zeus, or bridge from the Kashtira engine into Zeus. So yeah, I think you have to play this card. When you clear a yummy board with Zeus, they have problems to recover from that. And funny enough, Noir is in rank 7, so you can summon Noir with 2 Kashtira monsters. There is some interaction when you are in the grind game and you have the street and the my friend, but you don't have any Purrely card left. You could summon the Kashtira cards. When you summon 2 Kashtira cards, you can overlay into Noir, then use the effect to spin 1 card. It's not a quick effect when you summon Noir with Kashtira cards, but in this situation it's fine. So you shuffle 1 card back and go into battle phase, and you destroy the Noir to get the follow-up with Street and My Friend. So you can bridge from Kashtira into Purrely sometimes to make more value or to recover with the Purrely engine. Then I play 1 XYZ for the Kashtira engine because I have the space. You don't have to play this card. That does not come up very often that you summon this card. But this is when you summon it, it's very good. I think this is the best rank 7 XYZ monster, and I don't know what I would prefer in this spot, so I decided to play this card, and I think it's fine. And with this card you have also access with the Kashtira engine into Zeus. Then some link monsters, Anima and SP, are basic in this deck, are always in the Purrely deck. And then we have IP Masquerena. And IP Masquerena is in the most cases 1 piece of your end board. This card is very good because you can go in your opponent's turn into Little Knight, and you have 2 interruption with the Little Knight. You have the on-summon effect and the second effect. So IP makes the board even stronger, but I will show you it later how to summon this card. In the side deck I play generic cards. You need hand traps. You don't play any hand traps except Fuvalos in the main deck, so you have to side some hand traps. And when you start, in the most cases you side hand traps when you go first, because you wanna make your board even stronger. You wanna make your sleevey memories alive, so play hand traps to draw into it. And the most generic hand traps is of course Ash Blossom. You will side this always going first to counter Mulchamis and draw into it with Sleepy Memory to have an additional interruption. Then I play 3 Lancia. For Malice right now you have to play this card when you go into a big tournament. Yeah, I prefer to not play this card, but you have to right now, as long Malice is a viable deck. Then Free Draw and Lockbird, not that good in this current format. It's only for Ryze and Mitsurugi. You have to wait until the bandless drop, and maybe then you can cut this card. But it's for Mitsurugi. You need something. It's not that good against Yami. It's not that good against Draco Tail. It's only good against Mitsurugi, Ryze, and some niche decks. But yeah, right now it's fine to side this card. For going second, I side 3 Purrelyas. For Vanquished Soul, maybe you could side this when you play against Yami, but I don't like it against Yami right now. So it's in the most cases for Vanquished Soul. Maybe I think the side deck patterns allows me to play this card against Memento going second, but we will do the side deck patterns later. And then I have another going first card, and this is triple Defisher. Defisher is very nice against the new decks. Of course, this card is very bad against the old decks, against Mitsurugi and Malice. This card does basically nothing except protect you by Dulin Lockbird or Ghost Ogre, but you don't side this when you play against Malice or Mitsurugi. You side this when you play against Dracotail or when you play against Yami. These are the matchups this card shine. Against Vanquished Soul it's not too good, but you have other cards to side into against your Vanquished Soul matchups. But yeah, it protects you by Dulin Lockbird. A lot of people side right now Dulin Lockbird, and so you are prepared after siding for the draw. Yeah. So I think it's fine to play this card. Very simple side deck. Are basically 5 cards, all as in free off. I really like to side into a generic hand trap. You can always side into cards that are lingering floodgates, floodgates, and a solid going first option. Yeah, that was the deck profile right now. So let's continue with the side deck patterns. Here you can see my side deck with the Purrely, Lancia, Droll, Ash and Fisher. And on the bottom you see the only cards I touched when I side with this deck. I think I keep Fenrir every matchup in every situation in the deck, and also these 3 broken one-offs. And you never touch the Purrely engine when you side. So these are the only cards I would like to side in or side out. I think in one matchup I side this out, but I'm not sure which one, but maybe we will find out in this video. I wanna respect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to 7 matchups right now with my side deck. And this is Malice, Mitsurugi, Ryzel, Vanquished Soul, Yami, Dracotail, and maybe Memento. Because I think this is the best rogue deck right now. And the other decks are, of course, the meta decks. So let's start with the patterns when you go first with this deck. When you play against Ryzel going first, of course, always when you go first, you side out these 6 cards because they're pretty useless going first, self-explained. So these cards are very good, always going first, the Kashtira engine. So you have to side into 3 cards against Ryzel. And this is Ash Blossom, always for Mulchamis and generic card. And Dulin Lockbird is very good when you drop Droll going first. So you side these 6 into and side out these out. Defisher is not that good against Ryzel. They could easily out this card. So I don't think this is very good against this deck. Yeah. When you start against Mitsurugi, you side out these 6, and you need the Dulin Lockbird and the Ash Blossom. Defisher not that good against this deck because they can bring the cards back from the banish pile. In this case, against Mitsurugi, Unicorn and Birth are very good against this deck. Or yeah, Unicorn is not that good as a card against Mitsurugi, because they don't need the extra deck, only when they play with Ryzel. But Birth is really good. When they activate the Ritual spell, they always have minimum 3 cards in graveyard, and then you can banish on rest of the ritual spell, the ritual spell itself, the snake, and one other card. When you start against Malice, Unicorn is very good because every link monster is a one-off, and you side out this 6 card, and you side of course into Lancia and into Ash Blossom. Against Vanquished Soul, you side out 6, and you side into Ash and Roll. These are not too bad against this deck. Against Memento, when you start, of course the 6 buff is really amazing against Memento, and you side into Defisher. This card is broken against Memento. When they cannot out this card, they lose instantly, and you side into Ash Blossom for Mulchamis. Draw is not that good against this deck. I think Lancia is also not that impactful against Memento, so you only side Defisher and Ash Blossom. Against Yami, these 6 is always at this time going first. These 6, and against Yami, Defisher is very good, and Ash Blossom. And the last deck I will respect with right now is Dragon Tail, and you side out these 6 for Defisher and Ash Blossom. So side decking is very easy with this deck because it's very simple, and you play a lot of free offs. Let's do the going second side deck patterns. Let's start with Rise. Fuvalos, very good. Dark Ruler, very good. You can cut these. Unicorn is not that good against Rise going second, and the field spells are always, and Birth are very terrible against this deck or against Detonator. So you can side out these 6 and side into Droll and side into Purrely, and these are very good against Rise. The next deck is Mitsurugi. When you go second, you wanna side into Droll and you wanna side into Purrely, and I prefer to side into Ash Blossom because Mitsurugi is that good. You have to play some hand traps, even they have not the biggest impact. So you need 6 cards. And now I found the matchup. I don't like Fenrir going second. I side out these, all the field spells, and the Unicorn and the Verve, and the Fenrir in the main. This is the only matchup. I side out the Fenrir. So yeah, against Mitsurugi, take out this Fenrir. I don't think this is that good against this deck because they can easily destroy this card, and this has not that much impact against Mitsurugi. When you go second against Malice, side out the field spells, side out the Unicorn. You don't need the Dark Ruler. Dark Ruler is in most cases not that good against Malice. And you side into Purrely, into Lancia, and into Ash Blossom. Next matchup, going second against Vanquished Soul. You side out the field spells, you side out the Unicorn, and you wanna side into Purrely and Roll. And maybe you could side into Ash Blossom, but I prefer to let the Dark Ruler in the deck. I would like to Fuvalos in the main deck, in the deck after siding when I go second against Vanquished Soul. Maybe this is another matchup you could side out the Fenrir. But you have to decide if you wanna play going second Ash Blossom or Fenrir. I think both is fine. Next matchup, Memento, going second. Dark Ruler is very bad against this deck. You can always side out the Birth, Unicorn, and Field spells going second that are not too great. but you only need Purrely and Droll. The other cards are not that impactful going second, so you have to keep 3 of these, and I think you keep the Dark Ruler, even this card is not too good. I think you can keep this card in your deck. Yummy, going second. You side out the these 6. Dark Ruler, Fuvalos, very good against Yummy. And you side into Purrely and Ash Blossom. Not very impactful, but Purrely kinda checks Herald, the negate. Yeah, and Ash Blossom is not that good, but I think it's a little bit more impactful than these cards. Maybe there's a world you let some Kashtira cards in the deck, because Fenrir is not too bad against Yummy, but I think in the most cases only a Fenrir is not enough against Yummy. You need some breakers and your Purrely engine or Fuvalos even. Last matchup, going second, Dracotail. You wanna side into Ash Blossom because you can negate the traps with Ash Blossom, and I think it's that is enough to play Ash going second against Dracotail. And I think you can side out Dark Ruler. Dark Ruler is not that good against Dracotail. Think Kashtira cards are not too bad. Even Unicorn going second against Dracotail makes some pressure with Unicorn. And yeah, so side out the Dark Ruler for Ash Blossom. Maybe you could side into Droll when they play the Poly package, when they play the King of the Swamp and the Shadows. Then Droll and Lockbird is not too bad against this deck. But yeah, at this point you have to decide. When you wanna side into Droll and Ash, I think you will side out the 3 Dark Ruler and the 3 field spells and cap the Unicorn and the Birth in the deck. Maybe there's a world you side out these and you play this going second because you have your Fenrir. Yeah, I think this is better. You cut going second against Dracotail. You cut this 3 cards and your Dark Ruler for Ash and Droll when they play only the Patchwork or Shadow or King of the Swamp engine. When they don't play that, you side only into Ash Blossom against Dark Ruler. But yeah, for Fenrir, these cards are not too bad. Yeah, that are the side deck patterns for the current meta. And let's see what we're doing next. If you are still watching the video, thanks at first for that. And leave a like on the video. Write a comment if you like this video or have some questions or ideas for this deck. And yeah, now we doing combos with this deck. So let's make some combos. Shuffle the deck so we can draw random opening hands. And going first, assuming we start, we draw Yeep, Lily, Street, Set Rotation, and Fuvalos. Kinda interesting, this hand, but I think it's fine. You start immediately with Set Rotation. When your opponent has a Mulchami, you have to chain this card. You have to chain the Mulchamis. But when they don't have any Mulchami, you pick your Street and your Race Off. And we already have Street and no Kashtira cards, so we take the Race Off. Your opponent gets the Street. We activate the Race Off to add in Unicorn. I prefer adding the Unicorn instead of the Fenrir because I think Birth is too broken and Unicorn is also too broken going first. So yeah, let's add Unicorn and special summon it, search the Birth. And unfortunately we don't have any quick spell right now. But the good part is your opponent has a card on field. That means they cannot use Imperm, and in the most cases your opponent don't play Effect Veiler right now. So it's okay to normal summon Lily here, use the effect, and you will need my friend activated to excavate free. I think the most player would take Sleepy Memory, but I think this doesn't make sense for me. I already have the trap and I don't have any other quick spell, so I think the most value you can make is to reveal 3 Pretty Memories in this situation. You don't, because you will get an interrupt for this, and you will see another thing right now, another interaction. So reveal 3 of these, so you will get the Pretty. Then you can, or you should activate it. You don't need your Fuvalos, and special summon here right now and Purrely. Shuffle the deck. And the Purrely excavates Pretty, Unicorn and Sleepy. I prefer the Pretty because I don't have any card to draw into it. This card doesn't make sense for me in this build. So yeah, let's take the next Pretty Memory. Use Lily, summon Beauty, and then we can let me think. I prefer to not that easy. We already know with Lily. We can do this. Yeah, let's activate Pretty Memory here, attach to Beauty, and then we don't have to special summon here. We don't need this one, but what we can do is activate Beauty, send your race off to the graveyard to attach your opponent's street. But I think you will do it later, because maybe he misplayed with his Mulchami, with his Fuvalos. So I think the first step should be Link 2. You go into IP, so your opponent don't draw it when they misplay it, and then you use Pretty to send the race off to attach your opponent's street. So you have a Beauty with 5 materials, activate street, activate Birth. Birth will bring you back the Unicorn, and you have Heap, you set it, and in the end phase you attach one Delicious because you wanna make the Noir with big stats. You don't need the draws, so we already have 2 Pretties, so I think Delicious is the best play here. And now we ending on a negate with Beauty. We can rip 1 card from your opponent's hand, can activate Birth to banish 3 cards from the graveyard, activate IP to make an SP, banish a card, activate the next effect, activate Eep, and your Noir can shuffle 1, 2, 3 times. And this should be always enough. Your opponent cannot break this board going first. I don't think so. This is too much. There are too many interruptions. Yeah, let's go to the next opening hand. Let's do the next opening hand and redraw Terraforming, Sleepy, Fenrir, Happy, and another Happy. Very nice going first. Now you have to decide when you want a stronger board. You can start with Terraforming into Race Off, so you will get the Birth and the Unicorn. Or when you want to make your place more safer, that your Purrely engine goes 100% through, you will add Street. And I prefer the safer line. So you start with Fenrir to add another copy of Fenrir. You will take Fenrir because the Unicorn in the deck is better follow up, because you have the Birth to bring back the Fenrir. So I would like to add the Fenrir, then use Terraforming to add the Street, and of course you will activate this. Then if you wanna respect Crow in the main deck, you start with Happy Memory to summon in Purrely, go into Noir, and then set the trap with this copy. But usually you don't play around Crow, I would say. Yeah, I don't think this is that real, so let's start with Sleepy, discard the Fenrir, special summon Lily, and add the My Friend here. Then you can summon, of course, your Purrely Noir. I will think we activated first My Friend. I don't need the Field Spire, don't need the My Friend. I already have 2 quick spells, so I think there's a world. Don't come up very often, but I think in this situation, because we have everything we need, we take 3 Purrelys and normal summon this, excavate, and we hit My Friend. Then use, of course, your Happy, chain your Noir. Don't forget to set the Yeep. Then it's your choice if you want to protect My Friend, Street, or Fenrir, but you will discard the My Friend. Summon next Purrely, try to excavate, and we have the 3rd copy of Happy Memory. Then I summon Princess Bride in this situation, and I think the chances are very low that we hit with this Princess Bride the last remaining Purrely. But when we do it, this is very bad, because we don't wanna foolish this. We need this card. So I think you will start with Happy, attach it to your Plump, protect the 2nd card of these 3, discard the Happy Memory, and special summon the 3rd copy of Purrely. Then you excavate, take the Pretty Memory, And then you can use the Princess Bride to foolish Fuvalos in the most case. Yep, you hit the Fuvalos. You could summon in Beauty. You have two options. You have the Beauty and the Fenrir, or I think the better play is to use Pretty, attach it to this, get 1000. Then you can summon your Noir, and with these two you go into IP. And then you have, in the end phase, you have Street. You want to attach this Delicious Memory, and now this card cannot be outed by the newer decks, because only one Delicious is in the most cases, I think, enough that your opponent can't run over it. Yeah, you have your Noir with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 materials. You have your Fenrir, you have your IP into SP into second effect. Should be enough. Nobody can break this board, I think, in the most cases. This should be an unlosable game. We can do the last opening hands with siding. Let's assume we go first against Vanquish Soul. Of course, we side out the Darkula and Fuvalos, and we side into the Droll and Ash Blossom. Shuffle these into the deck. Shuffle the deck, and then let's draw opening hand after siding. Purrely, my friend, Unicorn, Street, and Droll and Lockbird. This is very good. We start with Unicorn. In the most cases, you wouldn't start with Unicorn because you want to play around Droll and Lockbird. But Vanquish Soul is a deck that don't play Droll and Lockbird, so you don't have to respect it, in my opinion. But the more important thing is you cannot respect your in Droll and Lockbird. Usually, to play around Droll, you would start to add Sleepy Memory, but we don't have any other quickspell in hand, so the Sleepy Memory doesn't help us here. So I think the best way to play this hand is to start Unicorn, to fish this Birth out of the deck, and then we start with Purrely, because when we use Purrely before my friend, the chances are slightly higher to hit with this Purrely. And the Purrely hits in Sleepy. This is perfect. We can use the my friend, try to add, and here we after siding, I prefer the Sleepy Memory because now we have hand traps, we could draw into it. We already have one. We have the chance to draw into Ash Blossom. So after siding, I prefer Sleepy Memory, but we have already the field spell, and the field spell can attach the second Sleepy Memory. So that means for me, I reveal 3 cards with a better on-field effect. Against Vanquish Soul, I think Happy and Pretty are the best, because they can pop a lot of cards, and you can get some life points because Borga is in a win condition of the Vanquish Soul deck against your tower deck. So I prefer the Pretty Memory because I can clear the board in my next turn faster. So I reveal 3 Pretties and we will get one. Then we activate the field spell, activate Purrely. Maybe we don't activate the field spell here, because we don't need this. Summon your Noir, activate Pretty, chain your Noir to set the Yeep, and then when your opponent have an imperm in hand, he would use it on this Noir. So at this point we can discard the street, summon the Lily to add another copy of street. Then we can use it, link these both into our IP, bring back the unicorn with the birth, and in the end phase we activate street to add the second copy of Sleepy Memory. So in this situation we have 4 draws with the Sleepy Memory. 4 draws we can draw into Ash Blossom. So draw 1, draw 2, classic, activate Yeep, and then draw Ash. Ah, perfect. So these are kinda unfortunate, the Purrelys and the Fenrir, but it's fine. I am pretty sure that Vanquished Soul cannot play through Droll, through Ash. Birth is okay, Unicorn is okay, but IP into SP is really crazy against this deck. Both effects are very good and could end easily a Vanquished Soul turn. And you have your Noir with 5 materials, so you can shuffle 2 cards back. You have insane follow-up with your, the Purrely's okay, but you have the My Friend follow-up, you have the Birth follow-up. So in your next turn, when this stays on the field, you can bring back the Unicorn, you can normal summon in Fenrir, for an example, because of Birth. You can add another card, you can do some XE plays, and yeah, you should win this. And yeah, that's it for the last opening hand, and yeah. So what is the point to play the Kashtira version above the pure version? I think the Kashtiras are very good in this format. I don't want to say that this version is clearly better than pure. I'm not sure. I have to test both versions a lot of, but this version has potential, a lot of potential in purely standards. Unicorn is very good against going first, against Malice, against Yummy, maybe Dragon Tail, Draco Tail. You can rip the Nash Knight, that takes out, I think, 5 spots from an K9 version of a deck. Fenrir is very good against K9, but your opponent cannot use K9 against you because you don't have any effect that activates in hand or in graveyard. But something like Unicorn and Fenrir, Kashtiras in general, are very good against some turn 0 plays. You can stop a lot of things with these cards, so I think Kashtira cards are very good going first. Fenrir sometimes going second, also very nice. When you hit the field spell, can banish the field spell against Yummy. They don't have any monsters that can run over anything. They are all very small, and when they don't play more copies, and you can hit the only field spell, you win the game. Kashtiras are very good. I think IP is a good reason to play this version. in the normal Purrely build you cannot really play IP because you don't have the bodies on the field to summon the IP and summon a monster to link off. But in this version it's very easy to achieve this with Race Off, or in general Unicorn. You have the two bodies. You have your Unicorn, you need only one Purrely more, and then you can go into IP, bring back with Birth the Unicorn, and then you have already your SP and the extra deck rip and the Birth. So Unicorn very good going first. And I think that are the reasons to try out this version. Yeah, set rotation. Maybe set rotation is also very good. This card is too broken in this deck. But I don't think set rotation is the reason to play this version, but yeah, whatever. I think that's it for the profile, for the in-depth deck profile, for combos, whatever. When you have any questions about the deck, ask me in the comments. I will respond to every message I will get. I like to play, or I like to help some people. Maybe you want to try out this deck, maybe you like the Kashtira version more than the pure version. I think another reason, or I'm not sure if it's a reason, but it's very simple to side with this deck build. I showed you already what you side against every relevant matchup right now, and yeah, it's really beginner friendly with the side deck patterns. And yeah, Kashtira cards are always very beginner friendly because they make a lot of pressure by its own, and you don't have to do a lot of with these cards. But yeah, thanks for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment. See you in the next video. Have a nice day, and bye bye.